Hey everybody, Roy Canay here, and welcome to Favorite Game Friday, where we have a group of contributors with completely different tastes in gaming talking about their favorite game in the category of the week. This week we're talking all about asymmetrical factions. Is there a game that has completely different starting points for each player that you really enjoy? Make sure to leave it down in the comments below, especially if it wasn't one mentioned here on the show. We'd love to see your opinions on asymmetrical factions. Anyway, let's get to all of our contributors' clips.
Hi, Favorite Game Friday. Today I want to talk to you about a cooperative game with asymmetric powers, Union City Alliance, Heroes Unite. This is a deck building game. I think, granted, that's not particularly asymmetric, but every character starts with asymmetric powers. They start with an asymmetric deck, and they start with an asymmetric power-up deck, which is particular only to that hero. So as you play the game more and more, the game becomes that much more asymmetric. This is a fantastic game. If you like Legendary and you're looking for something with a little more theme, I think this would really fit the bill for you.
Okay, the best game with asymmetrical powers is definitely Voyages of Marco Polo. So in this one, all the player powers are super overpowered, but I guess if they're all overpowered, then none of them are overpowered. I mean, literally, this game is about dice placement, and one of the powers is just that you can choose whatever number is on your dice, like on all your dice. It's crazy. What is your favorite game, Chris?
I was working on the spectacular. I'm not ready for this. I'll just grab the nearest game. It's Root! I love Root's asymmetric player factions. They're ridiculous. They're adorable. Is this box upside down? No, it was correct. But anyway, yes. So, Wendy's holding the camera sideways, so I have to be tilted like this myself. Root is unbeatable. It's impeccable. It's immaterial. It's Root.
Hello, this is Bill Webb, aka Billy Indiana. There are a lot of games with terrific asymmetry, but one game I don't hear too many people talking about, and that I've been enjoying a lot lately, is EOS, Island of Angels by Felix Murticot. It's published by Gray Fox Games and King Raccoon Games. Now, one of the ways that you see asymmetry is in the way you set the game up with the different ships that each character will participate with, and also with these ships, sometimes at the beginning of each round, there's a different bonus. Beyond that, every player has their own player board with unique characteristics. There are different challenges, different strategies, different abilities that you can capitalize on, depending on which of these 7 different characters that you decide to play with. So EOS, Island of Angels, is my pick for a good game with asymmetry.
Oh, hi. I just happened to be passing by with my satchel, so I might as well show you my favorite game, at least recently, with asymmetrical factions. It's right here. Oh gosh. Oh, there we go. It's Harrow County. This game has asymmetrical factions, as well as asymmetrical characters within those factions. It's a whole heck of a lot of fun. Happy Friday, everybody.
Hello everyone, I'm Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
And we're from the YouTube channel 2D Board Gamers. And this week's topic is...
Favorite factions in a board... Asymmetrical faction in a board game.
Yes, so asymmetrical factions in a board game. And I don't really play those kind of games, so I don't have one. Pretty much it.
So I actually do have one, and it's a game that I know Dave's played, but I don't think he's the biggest fan of it. But it's from It's from the board game Root.
I never played Root.
I
played Vast.
Oh, you played Vast. Okay, well,
I hated it. Even though I won.
Well, those aren't factions; those are characters, anyways, or
yeah,
something like that. But in Root, in the Riverfolk expansion, there is a faction called the Riverfolk Company, and they deal a lot with trade and services. And so I really like that, and I like how that one has a lot of interaction with what's going on with the other factions out in the game, and you can use the game state to your advantage in that one. So I have a lot of fun with that one. I think that's probably, if I were to look at any asymmetrical faction from a game, that's probably the one that comes to mind for me first. So yeah, that's going to be it, the Riverfolk Company from Root.
So for me, an asymmetrical faction would be any Marvel Champions hero versus the villain. So, all right. Anyways, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your favorite game.
All right, have a good one.
Hey, folks, I'm Carlos.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Wayne. And we're the Beans and Dice Podcast, the podcast about
how we game.
And on Thursday nights, we talk about how you game, because it's a call-in show on Thursday nights. But today, we're talking about Favorite Game Friday and crazy asymmetric games. I'll lead us off. My crazy asymmetric game, oh, this thing's heavy. Massive Darkness 2nd Edition, Hellscape. This one here is so crazy asymmetric because every player plays the role of your tropey, your normal like dungeon crawl classes, except everyone plays it differently. One player is going to be doing a push your luck mechanism. Another one's going to be having a rage collection mechanism to build up rage and do damage, while another one's going to be going around and doing things like collecting elemental powers like fire and water and wind to be able to throw magic. It's so cool because every time you play the game, you can do the same scenario with a different character and enjoy it completely differently. Massive Darkness 2nd Edition. That's me, Rob.
I'm going with Gloomhaven, another dungeon crawler. I think just about any dungeon crawler would fit this list, but Gloomhaven is one of my favorites. Jaws of the Lion, Frosthaven, Gloomhaven, any of those will work. But in this game, everybody starts with a class, and what I love about the Gloomhaven series is that Isaac Childress and team have done such a good job coming up with non-typical powers, non-typical characters and races. They mix a little bit of what would be your classic bard with your classic thief, and just kind of mixing up all the classes and the tropes. But anything in the Gloomhaven universe is good for me. How about you, Wayne?
Well, I'm going from the classic dungeon crawler to the crime fighting superhero genre. For me, it's Sentinels in the Multiverse. Too heavy to lift, but you've got the big box with so many different characters to choose from.
So many characters.
So many characters. Every one of them different. Everyone has their own deck. Completely asymmetric. You also got asymmetric villains. You can mix and match this forever and not have the same matchup twice. So for me, asymmetric powers, Sentinels of the Multiverse.
Awesome.
Now, we struggled as a team to come up with some like Euro games that had some real asymmetric stuff. You notice we went very thematic. How about you call in on Thursday night? 813-618-7099 is the number. You can also leave a voicemail. Tell us what asymmetric games that you like, Euro games that we may have missed. We're the Beans and Dice Podcast, a podcast about
how we game.
Bye, everybody.
For me, I'm going to have to say Twilight Imperium. It is a gigantic game, but I love the fact that each of the different alien races feel so different and have cool special powers. They have flagships that all have different powers. You have all sorts of different starting points and all sorts of different special abilities, and it's just fun to play with very asymmetrical factions and conquer space in Twilight Imperium.
What's happening, Dice Tower? I'm Andrew with Table Talk, and today I'm breaking down my favorite asymmetric faction, and I have to go with the GOAT of asymmetric board games, and that is Root. My favorite faction is the Eerie Dynasty. Now, for me, I am not as good at complex games as simple games, so I like the Eerie because they are just cut and dry. You are trying to take over, take names, wipe out the rest of the woodland, and take back control of what is yours. I love the hierarchy of how you have to get the different birds to do the different commands in certain ways, and that's a super interesting and simple puzzle that I am able to grok the best. So that makes the Eerie Dynasty and Root my favorite asymmetric faction. Check me out on Table Talk and at OFPG Voices, where we're trying to spread diversity in the hobby, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
I love asymmetrical factions in games, and it's really cool to see games where you have different starting points, but everybody plays the game, and maybe you have the same goals, maybe you have different goals. There's all sorts of different games that use asymmetrical factions in different ways. Make sure to leave in the comments down below your favorite game with asymmetrical factions, and make sure to check out our contributors who've been here on Favorite Game Friday from all around the world, and it'd be awesome to have you join in on Favorite Game Friday as well. All you have to do to be a part of our video is do a super short video and put it in the Google Drive link down below. Anybody can join in. So it's super fun to have you share your opinions on these different topics that we have. The next topic is abstract games. Is there a game that feels abstract or has you moving pieces around the board to outthink your opponents in different ways, but you really enjoy it? Make sure to make a little video for that, and you can be a part of next week's Favorite Game Friday. Anyway, I hope you all have an amazing weekend and play all the board games. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey folks, thanks for watching another one of our videos. If you like our videos, if you like our channel, you would love to game with us at one of our conventions. Check out Dice Tower Cruise, Dice Tower East, and Dice Tower West. Fantastic conventions where we play games with wonderful people, a humongous library, and lots of other events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check out our channel, like and subscribe. I'm Tom Bassel.